What's up, my Lincoln LS family? This is my first live. Well, technically, my second live. First one was just a trial, but anyway, here's my 2005 Lincoln LSE. Got my niche wheels with adapters because the wheels that I bought were too big. Got There we go. Got D2 coilovers, new control arms on upper and lower, new wheel bearing, new ball joint. Most of the parts that I bought are Moog, except the lower control arms, I want to say, and the control arms period, but that was a trial basis. I'm lowered, so I know I'm gonna have to replace those a lot. So I didn't want to spend a great deal on control arms. I just installed cam bolts so I can get a little better aligned. As you can see, it sticks out a lot. On the rear, I did paint my control arms. Well, actually, I painted all of them, not just the rear, but whole suspension is new. Spike lugs. HID headlights. Got the jack cover. Jaguar aluminum thermostat housing. Painted valve covers. Painted front cover. Canon intake. Cold air intake, I mean. It's a little oily. I'm not really sure why, because I did all the gaskets, so I'm looking into that right now. Gonna pressure wash it and see where my leak is coming from. But here she is. Hey, what's up? Like I said, this is my 2005 Lincoln LSE customized. It is plastic dipped, original color. It was really badly sun faded. I think the whole door was sun faded, and certain parts. I added this spoiler. Try something new with it. It's 3M taped down, but I also put caulk so that way no water will get in there, and then plastic dipped over it. Doesn't really sit that low, but looks cool. So one thing I wanted to show off is this. I'm only going to show it off on my live, so whoever watches it can see. So this is aluminum thermostat housing, but more than that, I mean, I'm very extremely happy about the aluminum part. The only thing that sucks is it doesn't have the fill cap right here like our stock ones do, so that's kind of a drawback, but I'll go aluminum any day. I also have the aluminum coolant bottle, you can see, sorry, but like I was getting at, sorry, OCD. I was getting at with this is my biggest problem recently with the Gen 2s was there's a hose that goes right behind here, and it attaches normally to this, the other side of this. So it goes from the other side of this right to the back of the neck, and it's discontinued. So there's no way to get that new. The only thing you could do is go to the junkyard and try to find a good used one, or improvise and get your own hose. So I went with this hose. I got it on Amazon. It's rated for high temp, any kind of fluid. So what I did was bypass this. So I'm not using this because I think it's the dumbest thing in the fucking world. But sorry, pardon my French. So I ran it from, normally, if you remember, there's a hose. It looks like a U, comes right there. It just comes from there, wraps around, and goes right in here. So the little hose that goes right around here, it's stupid. Like, why? It's that close. Why even have a hose go in there? So what I did, I took this hose, ran it straight from here behind the neck, which is right behind there. So because that hose, if you have an overheating problem and you don't know where it is, you see fluid right in front of your motor, normally around this area, you don't see anything leaking here. The top two causes are, for any overheating issue, are normally thermostat housing, which now we have this aluminum part, coolant bottle, which now we have aluminum as well. You can find them both on eBay and Amazon. Well, I'm not positive about the coolant bottle. I know you can find both of them on eBay because that's where I found them. But the other part that's not really well known to everybody, most of us that know these cars know, is the hose that goes right back there. You get a little cut in the hose. It's hell to get to because you have to take off all of this. Your intake, which most of us are going to have the stock, no biggie. Take that off. Take off your throttle body, all of this, just to be able to see it. Once you see the neck and that hose, the hose is attached to the other side of there, which kind of can't see it, but it's right on the other side of this. Basically, the runs on there, the throttle body. It's attached to the throttle body. Sorry, I keep rotating my phone. It's attached to the underside of the throttle body, and it goes right behind there, right behind the neck. So when you have a leak there, you know what? Come to think of it, it's not gonna leak right at the bottom. If you have a leak at the bottom, that is your thermostat housing. If that hose leaks, it's gonna run. It's gonna run. It'll drip right under the intake manifold, and it'll run on the back, and it'll drip right by where the back of the motor is. So if you have a leak, kind of like the middle of the car, and you see it's coolant, it's that hose. Bypass that hose by coming up over here and went from the back of the neck right to the thermostat housing. I use this hose. You can use whatever hose you want. But yeah, that's how I solved that problem, and I haven't had an issue with any coolant leak since I replaced that to aluminum, my aluminum coolant bottle, that hose, which was a big relief. And I've been running temps of 210, 212, the highest. So hopefully that helps you guys. Anybody watches this, I highly recommend it. Let me know what your thoughts are.